Okay, so in this video we are going to try, or we are going to finish this example that says assume that 20% of all the copies of a particular textbook will fail at a blinding strength test. So let X be the number among the 15 randomly selected specimens that fail the test, and then X has a binomial distribution with n equals to 15 and p equals to 0.2. That is the 20% of all the copies. So we have a few questions here that says what is the probability that at most 8 of these textbooks will fail? What is the probability that exactly 8 will fail? What is the probability that at least 8 will fail? And finally, what is the probability that between 4 and 7, including them, will fail? If you saw the video where I explained the binomial distribution, you may see that this is actually the same example. So in Excel we have the binomial distribution function that says binomial distribution. It returns the probability of a random variable discrete following this binomial distribution. I'm going to copy the notation in here, that is equals to distr dot binom dot n. In this table I have a few things. First, in the column n, the 15 that represents the sample space. Then k represents the possible outcomes for the failures in the textbook. P, the probability for obtaining a failure. Px, this is the probability for each specific case. Capital Px, this represents the probability, the accumulation of the probabilities for this scenario. So according to this formula, distribution binomial, and the first thing that we need to do is the number of success of the number of in this case is the number of textbooks that have failed the test. In this case 0, comma, then the number of tests, comma, p, comma. In this case it has two options, being real or true. Actually true. It says that it shows the accumulation of the distribution, and false, that is just the probability. I'm going to select false. Now we have the probability for each one of these scenarios. Then in the next column I'm going to do the same. However, I'm going to select the same parameters. However, I'm going to select true now. As you see, the probability of obtaining 14 or 15 textbooks that will fail the test is 100%. As you see in this column, each one of these represents the summatory of the scenario or the current scenario plus the previous one. Then let's try to answer the questions. It says, what is the probability that at most 8 of these textbooks will be failing? Well, at most is the accumulation of 0 until 8, including the 8. So since it's an accumulation, we can use this value. Then what is the probability that exactly 8 will fail? Well, exactly 8 is this another scenario. Then what is the probability that at least 8 will fail? At least means that that 8 is the minimum and you will obtain more than that and more than those. So for this we can we could obtain the complement of the 7, well, 1 less or we could do a summatory for all these cases. 8 until the 15. As you see, we obtain the same value. Then the last and final question says, what is the probability of obtaining between 4 and 7, including them? Well, again, we can do the summatory. Between 4 will be this and 7. Enter. If you remember, all of these are percentages, so I can let them, or I can use the percentage format. As you see, we obtain the same values that in the example that in the previous video by using these Excel formulas. Hope you're having a great day. See you later. Bye.